Hey everybody, I'm back today with a video that is talking all about some of my favorite things, which is washi tape. I have a few boxes that I use. These ones are the ones that I use consistently, and although the way that I've put them together, these three boxes, they're not the most easy to use, because you have to put the lid on and then you can stack them up together. So it's not like the best method of storing your washi tape, but it's what I did as my solution, as my washi tape solution at this moment. Solid plastic. It is made by Daiso. It was my local Daiso, but I don't know if you can see, it gets pretty scratched up. Nothing you can really do about that. So I've got 3 full boxes of washi tape that's being used right now. Like I have some Simply Gilded and my Pink Room Co. washi that's not opened yet. It's just kind of sitting here until I end up using it. I always try to organize it in a way that makes sense. So I kept all my marbles on here, over here, my bows are here. The other ones that I have open from like the sub boxes, a lot of the foiled ones here. Some spaces are open because I have washi tape that are in the queue for Plan With Me videos. These ones are just kind of like rainbow but miscellaneous from all different brands. These ones I got from Target. I would not suggest these. They're not great quality. And they kind of have more of a paper tape feel to them. It's not really washi tape. So this isn't my favorite. I'm just kind of using it up. In addition to this kind of washi tape storage, I have 2 of these, which is the Muji sunglasses case, and they work out quite nicely. They just sit on my desk. So I've got different things here. It's kind of tough to show, but I've got lots of skinny washi tape. This is gemstone, some thick marble washi tape. These are really mini MT rolls. And then the other one that I have is full of these ones. We like to use these quite a lot. Solid washi tape rolls, and then some skinny ones. 2 are dedicated to just glitter tape. And then down here are a few more like kind of, I don't know how to explain these ones. These ones are kind of like floral, but more watercolor type washi tape. So that's my storage, and I'm really eyeing the Michaels washi tape storage drawers. I'd like to get that. Seems like it'd be easier to use than the system. So the point of this is show you how I use it. I'm gonna give 5 ways of utilizing this large collection. Like I would say I have a medium-sized collection of washi. For somebody in this community, in this planner community, it's just kind of medium-sized. But I do have other Simply Gilded, specifically washi tape that I have hoarded, and they're not open yet. So I'll move this out of the way. The first thing I have to show these paper clips, and they're kind of a fun way to get into decorative planning. I like to use them to note whatever page I'm on that I'm working with in my planners, and they're really easy to make. Usually I will get this more like the sturdier type of paper clip, slightly larger than your typical small paper clip. They're metal and there's not anything really special about them. There's not really a coating on them. And the ones that I'm using now are the ones that are larger, and they feel a little bit more substantial. So that's the one I would suggest using for this type of project. I decided to use this washi tape, which is Simply Gilded. It's a curated one. It's just the rainbow foil. I think that would be really pretty. And so you just get some of the washi tape, and how I work with it is I like to start with one edge, fold it in half, and just try to line it up as best as you can. It's not always perfect, but washi tape for the most part can be pulled back up. just like that. And I use this method of just folding over the tape quite often. Or like now it's just basically kind of like a ribbon, which is really fun. You'll have your paper clip going like this. So it's best to tie your bow to the top side. So I just tie it. Normally what I do is I leave one end a little bit shorter. So I've seen other people just tie it and then they make a knot and then they just leave it kind of open like this, and it looks cute, but I wanted to make a bow. So with a shorter one, I string it through, and then with the shorter one, I will make a loop and hold it down. And then the other side, I will bring it around, just like tying a shoelace, and pull it tight. And this is where you kind of have to play around with the placement. And I just end up adjusting it so that the bow will lay nicely. Don't like that fold that's right there. And I'm going to try my best to refold this side. You have to be really careful with this washi. Like, I don't know, it'll look a little wrinkled bit because it's foiled, but I think you just have to kind of pull each part into place, and that's super cute. So that's just the way that the bow will look. Stated before, this washi tape that's more like paper-like, it's not strong, kind of like this. The other ones they seem like they're coated. So if you listen how that sounds, it means that, oh, and how it sounds, and then also how it tears, like that. This kind of paper tape isn't as good as really any other type of washi. So this one kind of has like a, I don't know, it feels more plasticky. This kind of feels more plasticky. So the way that it rips is different. It just feels different. So this type would be better for pulling on. So like, for example, pulling on this is a lot it's a lot stronger than having something like this. Like, it will just come apart. So when you're making these bows, you do have to pull on it quite a lot to get it to kind of sit right. So that's something to note. So that's the first way that I would use washi tape. I actually made a video of this for Instagram where I cut out words using washi tape. So this one is done with, I like cutting out the glitter washi tape when I'm cutting out words. I think it just looks really pretty. I actually want to make a card right now. Somebody gifted me a few sheets of the Planner Society paper, and I'm just going to use this one. So this Fiskars paper cutter is really my favorite stationery tool. It's kind of like cardstock paper. So what I end up doing is I always cut the washi tape into squares approximately the same size so I can keep my letters about the same size as well. It really makes it much more neat. Here's an example. They're all about the same size. It's easier for me to cut as well. So this one is a little bit special because it's two pieces that I had left over. I wanted to make the word thank you. This is also a way that I repurposed the tape because this came as part of packaging from Happy Mail I got. So I'm glad that I can repurpose this washi. I always kind of take my ruler so that I can place the letters after on my card. Okay, so I've got thank you down here now, And what I always try to do is make them all the same. I try to make them all about the same size, and then I put it on one of these, and then I can figure out how it will look before I place them down. So I think I'm just going to do it from right in the middle. I'm going to try right in the middle. So normally the T wouldn't be in two separate parts, but pretty okay because it's glitter tape. That's the other reason why I like using glitter tape, glitter washi, is that it really works well. You can't hardly see if there's like a cut through it. So that's the other thing. When I make my letters, I do it really like in an easy way where I just directly cut if there's a hole inside the middle of the letter. And so when you use glitter tape, that line is not obvious at all. So that's what I would use washi tape for as well, what I often use it for. I in no way, shape, or form am professional at this. I don't make cards for a living. Clearly things are off-centered, but I'm just trying my best. And this tape that I used was slightly, it's thinner. It's thinner than this like more grainy washi. So you can see the lines a little bit when you are putting it together. So you just have to kind of be aware and push it together. You can see, maybe you can see a little bit of a line there. I think it's all right though. I need to. I can just take a scrap, which is why I also like to keep them. Oh, to keep the scraps that I cut off. Just keep it for a little bit, and you can see, keep it on like a piece of paper. So now I'm going to make an exclamation mark using just the scraps that were here. Take a more circular one. So that's kind of fun. 2 cards here now, just with a little bit of cardstock and some washi tape and some scissors and then a little bit of time. So it's another use for washi tape. Then another way to use washi tape is to make these like book corner. Oh, actually, here's another way, a bonus way of using your washi tape. You can just make dashboards with it. That was not planned. So what I would use this for is, just say I wanted to mark my month, so July month, I might just stick that there. And then when I open my planner, I can just, you can see like this. It's pretty easy to just find it and open your page to maybe your habit tracker. Or if I wanted to mark different ones, so I would have like one for August, one for September, I could mark them on this side. But just say you were reading a book, instead of having like a bookmark like that, you could, you had a couple of pages in there. You could just put it on the corner, and then when the book is closed, it's not falling out very easily, and you can find your page again. So to make this, again, I would use my paper cutter. I've seen people use the side of an envelope, which is quite nice, but I just also have a piece of, this is like a little bit thicker of a paper, thicker weight of a paper, and I just folded it in half, fold the piece of paper in half, and then using a paper cutter, just try to find the best triangle that you can make. Cutting it. What I find is really helpful is if you use washi tape. So this one I use glitter washi tape. It's like a nice blue color, and then I layered over top this washi tape, which is already cut for you. Diamond, it's diamond. I like to pair things together and like layer washi tape on, reinforce it. I put just regular clear tape. I think we'll just make this one really pink. This is the Pink Room Co. washi. It's the antique bows. And then I'm going to use this one, which I got from AliExpress. It's kind of like the sky. So what I find is important is you really need to make sure that you line it up with the top. Line it up with the top point, and then what I just do is I just fold it over. So you will have a side that looks prettier and a side that looks worse. Or actually you could just cut it off right at the edge, and then you can just start again on this side, but I only really care about one side. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of clear tape and try to reinforce it, and also to keep the washi tape down. So there's another way to use your washi tape to make these like bookmark corners. And I've really talked about this quite a lot. This is my planner. This one is, fun fact, one that was printed wrong. So the choose to do symbol is on the top rather than the bottom. But it's okay. It's still functional, and I really like it. The inner beauty. I've just got a few die cuts. This one is from Annie Plan's Printables. It's the Cahiers version. Oh, and here I've used that technique of cutting out washi tape. I put it on my decoration for my insert, and this is just to track my Instagram stories. But what I use here is the Leuchtturm 1917. It's the dot grid notebook, A5 notebook, and you can see when I started, bullet journaling was for May, and what I did was I cut out washi tape and made a wreath out of it. So some of the really nice fun ones to use are from Simply Gilded. This is from her Hummingbird box that came out in, I think it was November of 2017, but it's all coordinated. There was one more that was like a wood grain one. I didn't use that. So you can see all the beautiful colors all coordinate together, and I cut out individual pieces of, like I cut out the bows individually, or I cut out the hummingbird, and then I placed them in a circle. So I think that's a really great way of using the washi tape. I've also I cut out the bows here for decoration as well. And then for June, I did the same thing, but with 1 ton in a million washi tape. Again, it's just for decoration. It's kind of like making a sticker out of your washi. What I use here is the back of a shipping label that I just kind of had lying around. And then let's cut one of these out as an example. So you can cut as much, you can cut an entire strip of washi tape out if you want. This is from the Planner Gauze from 1 ton in a million. I always try to keep these stickers on, but they always come off. But it's 1 ton in a million, and it's one of 3 of her Planner Gauze. And I stick it onto the sticker backing. I can have a backing that will be easier to cut. I think it's pretty straightforward. I just cut around it, and then it peels off pretty easily from the back. And you can use it to decorate. So hopefully you guys can see that, but I just thought it was a really fun way to use washi tape. You've got like this really nice way of decorating your planner, decorating your bullet journal without really having to use any sort of drawing skills at all. So I really love using washi tape just in general. It's a galaxy planet themed one. This is from the brand Card Lover. What I did here was I purchased this notebook. It's a Japanese brand. It's called CD Notebook. Here's some information about it if you guys want to look it up. And when I opened it up, I was like, this is the most smooth, like most beautiful paper I've ever felt. So it was on sale because somebody had folded it. Somebody must have folded it or something. And I didn't think it looked great, so I thought maybe it would be a good idea to cover it with washi tape. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already started covering it. You can kind of tell that there's still the fold there, but I don't know. Just thought it would be something fun to do. But this is something that you can do with your washi tape. Just line it up as best as you can. You can definitely bring it all the way across, but I just kind of cut it off right there. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to move it a little bit so I can cover that notebook part. So now I have a cute notebook that at first glance doesn't seem like as obvious that there's a line down the middle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, 5 ways to use washi tape in like a more creative way. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm still making content and still making videos for everybody, so please let me know what else you want to see on this channel, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!